Good morning. This is probably a long shot right now, but we are at Fossil Butte National Monument, just across the street from you guys. We heard you guys do fossil hunting tours. Is there any chance you could maybe take us out today for an hour or so? All right. Well, we are here at one of the coolest signs we've seen in western Wyoming. Welcome to Fossil Butte National Monument. This is our final stop. And when we wrap things up, what do? We're gonna finish strong. We always finish strong, buddy. There's nobody here. One car in the parking lot, and it probably belongs to the ranger. It's quiet out here other than that big freight train that is rumbling off in the distance. But we are excited to be at our final stop, Fossil Butte National Monument. Hi, this is Randy. That'd be wonderful. You're gonna take us out yourself? Oh, thanks so much. Appreciate it. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. All right, so this is pretty special. There he is over there, putting a sign on the door, closing the whole place down, and taking us out, the owner himself, on a private fossil hunt. Left you the business?
Yeah, left me prepping the fish and...
So we're in Ulrich Fossil Gallery.
Ulrich's Fossil Gallery, Fossil Wyoming.
Michael Snively.
Michael Snively.
All right. Michael, thanks so much for doing this for us.
Yeah, no problem.
Going up the hill right now, aren't we? You're not in New Jersey anymore, Shane. This is cowboy land.
Roads like this in New Jersey?
Well, that's steep right there. Hold on, buddy. This was worth the price of admission alone right here.
So yeah, right now I'm using something called an air scribe. This will be a tool that runs off of about 70 psi, so it is a pneumatic tool. And it is going to be vibrating up and down at a very high speed. It's kind of like a miniature jackhammer. I'm working on a species that is called a Priscacara serrata.
I'm going to drive in between, pound them into the sides of these layers as far as we can and loosen up as much as we can and try to stand up a big piece of rock. That's a Priscacara right there. We hardly ever see that type of fish up here.
Way to go, Shane.
Dad didn't listen to me, or we probably would have broke through that thing. Try it to find out.
Yeah.
And if it don't, we just get rid of it. Slowly start tapping your blade into them. Take your blade and just put it right there and just go all the way down with it and see what happens.
There you go, Shane. Nice.
Yeah, that's all we're gonna get out of it, I think. That little air right there.
There we go.
Both of you just nice and easy. And you keep working yours a little bit further over to this edge.
Oh, hey.
Just a little easy. Whoa, look at that. Here's your blade. You learn up at the visitor center what this is right here?
Yeah.
This is called coprolite. They didn't teach you what that is?
No, I don't think you mentioned that.
That is better known as fossilized fish poop. See all these little brown things? Everything that settled to the bottom of the lake got fossilized. Let's finish splitting this off if we can. Then we'll break out what we have and go in for the rest of that layer.
Right, so that's what we want to try to extract right there. Right, that beauty.
We just don't see a whole lot of these Priscacara up here. See the spiny dorsal fin he has on?
Yeah. I mean, that's in
looks like a little
perfect condition.
Bluegill,
Yeah. That's beautiful. Look at that. All right, let's give it a shot.
What you want to do is twist on your blades.
Twist on it?
Yep. Okay. Both of you twist.
So you want to lift up?
Yep. Get a hand underneath there and kind of twist on one and lift on the other.
Let it break, right?
Yep. Yeah, perfect. Look at that.
Yeah. Any goodies underneath there?
Let's just put it right onto this edge. Perfect.
Look at that. That's beautiful. Nice find, bud. Way to go. This man's gonna give you a job. Are we working, Michael, within a certain degree of levels of limestone here that the fossils are found, or are they anywhere?
They're pretty much anywhere through these 5 feet of layers up here.
Okay, so this is it though. You can't go much deeper?
You can go deeper and find them, but you're not gonna make much profit from doing it.
Gotcha, okay. Let's hope we get some out of this one. A nice cut here. All right. There we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nothing but some poop. Whoa.
There. Slide this out. Well, I see some pieces of something already.
Did you have a nice time, Shane?
Yeah, it was fun.
Learned a lot, didn't you, huh?
Uh-huh.
Pretty neat. All right, you ready to pack it up? Head back?
Look at that. The last layer just didn't split in the right spot, or you guys would have found that one.
There you go. 80 hours.
60, 80 hours. So we start with a specimen that will look like this, covered in limestone.
Now, is this what's found out in nature? That's a raw discovery right there?
Once the overburden of the quarry is going to be taken off, this will be exposed.
Time to go.
That's going to be out of a layer called the split fish layer. So that is actually going to be where the fossil creates a weak spot. And then it will split along that plane of weakness, so you get a positive and a negative at the same exact front.
Yeah. How much after you prepare it would that go for?
Oh, anywhere. I mean, we've sold them from $6 to 6 figures.
Of course, all of the fossils that you see in here will be from the remnants of Fossil Lake, but here at Fossil Butte, we're only going to be about 2% of the fossiliferous sediments.
So that's an 8,000 acre preserve that nobody digs on.
And that's owned by?
That's the
Federal
National Monument, yeah.
Oh, that's the monument itself. And they don't dig there either, do they?
No, they have a couple of scientific sites, but it's very little.
Yeah. And they're just trying to keep that
That's
natural.
where all the old timers done it. It's all on the face of it right there, and that's half the reason you see that big bluff.
That's all dynamite.
A lot of it dynamite, a lot of it just by hand, you know, pulling, pick, shovel, real primitive tools.
And what year are we going back to at this point? What era?
The late 1800s, early 1900s,
okay.
you know. People were still doing it up until the 70s, and that's when it became a national monument, and everything was shut down after that.
And it did break along right there. So
oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, you can see the fossils starting to come out,
right?
And then it decided it wanted to break.
In the early 1900s, people didn't have access to these big D8, D9 bulldozers that we have nowadays to be able to doze down to the layers. So what they would do is blast chunks off the face of that. That's why that is a butte nowadays, because they just blast big chunks of rock off the face of it and then split down through it.
Oh, interesting. That crocodile right there, Shane, took them a year to produce that one. And based upon what we saw back there, there's enough limestone to keep you guys busy for a while, isn't there?
There's a few lifetimes left.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate that, Ranger. That was fascinating.
Hey, absolutely.
Learned a lot. I'm going to cut these babies up, trim off the edges a little bit, and try to bring them in our bags. Well, that'll do it for Fossil Butte National Monument. As you can see, most of our time was spent basically across the street at Ulrich's. Big shout out to Michael. Thank you for the personal tour that he gave us to do some fossil hunting. We found some nice fossils. Really enjoyed ourselves. Learned a lot today. And remember, here at America's Parks, there's always room for you on every national park adventure. If you haven't done so yet, we'd appreciate your subscription to our channel. Have a great day.